Now, at big events like the Oscars, Golden Globes and the National Television Awards, eyes aren't just on the winners, but on the outfits. Whole articles are often dedicated to so-called worst dress lists. And it was no different after the Sunday's BAFTAs. Topping the list, Good Morning Britain's Kate Garraway. So is it time to ban worst dress lists? And before you answer that, we've invited someone to join our debate, the lovely Kate Garraway. Woo!
This is the dress.
I know.
This is the worst dress.
It's not,
ever.
though.
The BAFTAs. Do you know, a little too much for a Friday lunchtime, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, we've been saying, you know, from the beginning of the programme that you're going to be coming on and we're going to be discussing this, and so we've had a photograph of you. And every time I've had to say worst dress list, I've been embarrassed because, you know, apart from the fact that it is absolutely beautiful, I have no idea why that was it. But the question of judging, even if I had thought I didn't particularly like it, how did it feel to open the paper?
Well, it was worse than that. So obviously, Good Morning Britain was nominated for 2 BAFTAs. Terribly excited. I've worked on a few breakfast shows for ITV. Never been nominated for a BAFTA before. Feels very grown up, a BAFTA, doesn't it? Like fantastic. Yeah. So we were all hugely excited. And then you think about, what do I wear? So I went with my daughter to try it on to a lovely little place in North London called Elsa, lovely woman that runs it. We had such a great girls' afternoon trying things on. And I picked out, because generally I always I have a bit of a paranoia about my upper arms, because you can't really wave at anyone over 50, can you? If you've got... Because they've been going stuff, your arms. And so I just, you know, so my mum said, for goodness... And Darcy said, for goodness sake, Mum, it's fantastic, wear it. When are you going to get invited to something like that again? So I thought, yes, I will go for it. So I was buoyed up by her confidence, went along on the night. We didn't win the BAFTAs, got in the car on the way home and saw that I'd won worst dress to the BAFTAs. So I thought, well, I've won something. So I kind of thought, oh, you know, whatever. I felt bad for the woman that had lent me the dress, because she lent it to me very kindly. So I felt like I was a bad advert for her. But Darcy was mortified. So, well, by the time I got home...
Well, it was her fault, to be fair, wasn't
it? Stop it! And she was like, Mum, I'm so sorry. And that made me see it in a different light, because, to be honest, I think you get to my age and you have to laugh at these things, don't you?
So you have to
laugh. I thought, what's my focus? I thought, oh, this is what young girls think, that you get judged on things and it's a viewpoint, and so... That's when I think...
So would you ban them then, or do you think you got
Well, I've been both sides, as I imagine, you know, some of you have as well.
Yeah, we've got some corkers.
I've been both sides. I don't think I've ever been on a best dress list, actually, but I've been both sides of having to compile these lists, because if you go and cover awards ceremonies as a journalist, and I was a showbiz journalist for a while, then you have to be aware that we all secretly do love, don't we, to see some shockers.
We all have to do love it. Dress list. I agree with you that people want to see all the outfits on the carpet, good, bad, whatever.
We do.
But we don't have to then narrate it in a way that makes the person feel so awful. But we're still human. We're still going to read it.
You should just have confidence in what you're wearing, because it is a fantastic dress and you do look amazing. And you shouldn't... I don't understand why people get so... bothered.
Well, would it not bother you?
By it. No, it wouldn't bother me at all.
Not at all.
I've been trying to get on that list for years. We'll talk later. I'll give you some tips. No, I haven't. But I've never been on it. But I have got a very good friend.
See, you've never been on it.
Yeah.
It's different if you've never been on it.
No,
I think there's a bit about it when you've tried really hard. When you put yourself out there. When you feel like Cinderella and then you turn out to be the ugly sister. I think it's a bad feeling, isn't it?
Well, and let's not forget, this is a woman thing.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't see the worst dress list of men, and I don't think you should. I mean, I absolutely don't think you should. I'm not.
Well, they all look the same, don't they? They've all got that suit on with the white shirt and a tie. What's the point?
Yeah, but if I wore a suit, a white shirt and a tie, I could still be subject to, oh, she looks a bit weird, she looks a bit this, she looks a bit... I could wear the same as every man on the carpet and still get...
Well, you and I have both had it, haven't we, Stacey? I mean, we've
ended up
join
on the
you in this one, Kate.
Yeah,
I just think it's terrible.
Oh, I know what you mean, but would you ban it though? Because is there a bit
I would.
of you?
I
Would you?
Yeah, I absolutely
I
would.
would
So
ban it.
how would you comment then? How would you comment differently?
You don't have to
comment.
comment. You just say,
Don't
here's
comment.
the dress.
No comment. It's a beautiful dress. Just let her...
No.
Or it's just a dress.
It's just too
Make your own decision. If you want to sit there and be one of those people who scrutinises someone for what they wear, put it all out there and say, here's what everyone wore to the BAFTAs. And let people make their own.
Gotcha.
I don't understand why.
I'm quite lucky. I'm quite lucky because if I see a red carpet, I'll be the one running past the red carpet, so I don't get best or worst. But what I have had is circle of shame for wearing an outfit twice.
Yeah.
Please, is that a thing? It's like, I want to wear it and I want to wear it again. How dare you tell me in a circle of shame, well, naughty girl, she wore that and she wore it last week. It's close.
Not
It's
in
that's what you're supposed to
2019,
do.
surely.
I
Yes,
agree.
Dan.
Duchess of Cambridge does that now, though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She wears
Makes a
things
point.
off.
She's
always
made it
recycling.
cool. Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
Sustainability.
So you're
Look at
cool.
the
You're a
turtles.
princess ahead of your time.
Cake. Thank you.